Arguably the best player in Apex Legends history, ImperialHal, the TSM star, the CEO of Apex Legends.
Has to be made, the knockdown shield to be played. Verhulst wins it! Verhulst on top!
Thank you, Tiff. I'm standing here with none other than the CEO. Here is your Monster Energy MVP.
The storyline for TSM going into this event is they want to take back that #1, right? They just had to watch DarkZero win the last tournament. They came up short. They had the opportunity, but to win 2 tournaments in a year, and I think finally get their hands on the championship is what they really want to do. It solidifies their legacy, solidifies their dominance. The one thing that's missing for this team is the ALGS Championship. The expectations for TSM coming into the event are first. There is no other option. Second will always be a disappointment to these 3 players. If you're in a TSM jersey, it's #1 or nothing. I think everyone expects the battle to be between DarkZero and TSM. They've been the 2 teams who have won every single LAN in the ALGS.
We're tied in terms of LAN wins. Last LAN, we got second, they got first. We both pretty much just dominated the tournament. It's been a back and forth between us. Oh, DarkZero and TSM have both won 3 LAN titles.
Just stand in front of the win already. You keep chain on, you're right. Then standard esports pose with your arm in front. Yeah, nice.
How's the passion? Honestly, the passion was actually ignited after the last LAN. I was kind of happy with second place, but I feel like I've been at the top for a while, and I feel like someone else is creeping up, Zero or his team. Yeah, after the second LAN, I was like, I have to work even harder. I don't want them, pass me by or pass me up in terms of like achievements and stuff like that. The passion's probably been even stronger than, the prior 2 LANs. It's kind of like a rivalry now in a way, compared to, it used to be me and Sweet, and now it's just me and Zero at this point. So, yeah.
It's not too bright, is it?
It is pretty bright.
We spent an hour walking around trying to find like a really nice dark area, but
I can't really open my eyes more than this.
No, okay. Oh, you're fine.
I can try, but
yeah, no, you're good.
The things that I admire about Reps personally is his selfless playstyle. He has been put on the least fun and Legends to play. Whenever he's been asked to, he's adapted and been able to fill those roles.
Yeah, Reps is easy to coach. Definitely one of the easiest players I've coached. He's willing to listen to my input. He rarely has like objections to trying really anything. Like he's down, right? Like he doesn't care what he plays. He doesn't care if he has to like switch roles or learn new things. It's been a blast.
What makes Reps a good teammate? The biggest thing is just his professionalism. He's just so professional about everything he does. Like never gets like temperamental. He's a great teammate to have. He works hard too. He's a grinder. I mean, he's been playing a support role for like 3 years now, which is arguably like the most boring role to play. Hopefully any role you need to. Just great like teammate personality to have.
Why did you decide to become a pro player?
Basically, I was just in college and I was just miserable. Every day, just hated going to school. It was always a dream of mine to become a pro player. Yeah, I was just not happy with my current life, with what I was doing, and I just wanted to take a chance and just hope that I could do it someday, and worked out in Apex. I'd say I first wanted to become a pro player probably when I used to watch like Reggie, Dyrus, Odd One, Rain Man, the OG TSM crew, the Bay Life house and stuff like that. So I've always been a TSM fan like since the beginning. So it definitely started in Halo because I used to watch like, for example, like Snipe Down. Used to watch him play Halo, like Final Boss, straight ripping those teams, stuff like that. At first, my parents were definitely a little nervous because, I wanted to drop out of college to become a pro, and they didn't really understand, like, can you even make money doing this? Like, you're playing video games, like, how does it work? They were actually very supportive. They knew that it was what made me happy, so they supported me throughout all of it, to be honest. There wasn't a single time where they said, like, I don't want you to do this, I want you to go to school, or anything like that. They were 100% supportive because they just wanted me to be happy.
I was on TSM at the time with T-Hump and Prodigy Aces, And eventually, I was left alone. It was maybe like a week or two before X Games started. So I had to pick up 2 teammates pretty fast. I had maybe a day or 2. I didn't have any really credentials or what I was looking for. It was at the beginning of the game, right? I'm a new player, everyone's new. Kind of just looking at what I think is a good player. We had a scrim Discord. Everyone had everyone was in this Discord so we could scrim against the teams. So I was just kind of scouting, the players that were high up on the leaderboard. And I came across Jordan. I would just watch his VOD on Twitch. Probably watched maybe not even 5 minutes, and I was like, okay, yeah, I like this guy. That was pretty much it. That was really that simple. What was it that I just saw from him compared to other players that I was comparing him to? I guess instinct in a way. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know. I guess I got lucky.
Why do you have to be so much taller?
You got a big head, and that's
Can you shrink down a little bit, bro?
We've played together for 4 years, right? So you can't replace that, right? Me and Jordan kind of have similar ways of thinking, and as soon as you have a 3-man team that also all thinks the same way, that team is just very dangerous and a winning team, right? He understands how I play, I understand how he plays, and that's just very valuable as a teammate because we're always on the same page, right? I can't find another player that's been with me for 4 years, obviously. It's only been Jordan. I definitely consider Jordan as a close friend and just a friend in general. Me and him, we've built our careers together, our lives. This is our life now, right? And we make money doing video games. It's the same with Mac, right? So we all went through that together in the beginning, and we built that career for ourselves, and now we're living the life, I guess, as kids in a way. So, yeah, of course.
I think me and Hal have stuck together so long because we've always found success. We've always been able to, win tournaments. We've always been one of the best teams in the world, if not the best. I feel our personalities are kind of polar opposites. It attracts a little bit. I fill in the stuff that he doesn't have and he fills in the stuff I don't have, I think we also both know what bothers the other person, or we know how to speak to the other person. There's never been a time where we've ever gotten mad at each other or had any personal fight or anger towards each other or anything like that.
They've teamed for so long, I think just because they're both just really professional. If they get into an argument or something, they can get past it the next day. They don't have personal grudges against each other. And I think they just really work well together. Hal's an aggressive play style, be an aggressive scouter fragger type player. And Jordan's kind of a support anchor, so it's just a perfect dynamic duo situation going on. And the personalities mesh well. Jordan's usually not as loud, whereas Hal's making all the calls, so there's no conflict in the calls or anything. They just have good personalities that pair well together. Both their personalities and their gameplay.
They were asking me earlier why we mesh so well. Why do you think?
We have kind of polar opposite personalities that kind of it's a yin and yang.
Yeah, true. When I brought it up, I just said because we just play together for so long.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we play together for so long, and
yeah.
How I like to be spoke to.
Yeah.
What makes me mad, what makes me feel good, and I know what makes you mad, what makes you feel better.
Yeah, I'm like your boyfriend. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a relationship.
Yeah.
Moment, these 5 days to decide who will raise the ultimate trophy, the championship. Will TSM finally do it, get 2 as a fan favorite over the year, and claim that they are not to be the ones to be mistaken as the champs? Or will DarkZero go back-to-back 2 years in a row?
So we're at the Apex Legends Global Series Championships. It's the biggest event of the year. And this is the big one. It's the one that everybody wants to play for, and it's most importantly the one that everyone wants to win.
So what makes this event special compared to the other ones this year is that it's basically a culmination of everything that's happened in year 3 so far, and it's sort of the finale.
Picking that up, they have 10 KP in total. There's that mother load being called in. Look at all the space. Tries to jump right through the evac tower. Realize still able to restabilize, but notably here, crumble with a bow check on the other hand. The car on the other side. TSM looks so healthy. Full-man squad wrestles it on that shield. Blazer on the knockdown. And TSM take game number 3, our final game on World's Edge.
For them, Roy trying to hold on. They're not going to be able to do it. TSM just have to wait this one out, Tim.
Yeah, but they threw up the wall to hide themselves and let those 2 fight. Now, thumbing over on the grab lift, Hal is going crazy. Hal is showing why he has shown up to that with back-to-back wins. The furthest POI, typically away from this, right? It doesn't matter because TSM, full in FPS, going down immediately.
TSM's going to definitely try to capitalize on this, knowing that Sykes is just
out in the open.
The 3v3.
TSM versus Black Hand as your last two squads for game number 2, taking to the skies on the gravity lift. Hal takes on top of the rock, finds the beam again on the R9. Look at his ammo though. He's got only 4 bullets in the reserve here. Drops down. Maybe he can try to access that box, but it looks like with just the 30-30, this is all he can work with. Reps incredibly low, gets knocked. Hal gets the trade, and TSM with the 30-30 and a dream are able to dance around the gravity lift, 5 meters to the skies, and are able to take game number 2.
Kashira, stop EMPing me. What the man?
Why do you own the EMPS?
What?
You own the EMPS.
You are the first team arriving.
So annoying, bro.
I wouldn't say I feel like hurt that people say I'm underrated. I just think it's hard to like, I guess, become more in the spotlight, I would say, with like my team, because like Hal, who's such like a huge streamer, so many followers and everything, I think it's just natural because I feel like I'm like the smallest person on the team in terms of like size with followers or whatever, so it's just natural that more people would think of me like that, I guess. So I don't really care what other people think. I mean, I just care like what my team thinks and what I think.
He's definitely underrated, and that's just because, you know, he doesn't stream. At the same time, like, he kind of did that to himself in a way. You know, I've always bugged him about it. You know, you got to stream, blah, 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 like you have an opportunity, right? Public definitely underrates him, I just think because, you know, you don't get to watch him as much.
Streaming is basically when you are playing a game and other people can basically watch you play the game. People stream because either they enjoy interacting with their community and sharing like a passion with other people, and also because of money as well.
Promoting that every pro player should be a streamer is definitely a good thing. Like every pro player should be streaming. It's just better. Like it adds more viewers to the scene. Like it's better for fans. They can see what's going on other teams' perspectives. Like it's just a way to get your name out there. You're just broadcasting your talent to everybody else.
Wait. You made these yourself?
Is underrated by the community in the sense that it's difficult to be the face of the team when you have players who are the biggest streamers, who might be putting up bigger kill numbers. It's always the flashy numbers that people like to look at, right? None of that happens without Reps enabling that to happen. You know, it's not just TSM, it's like a community tournament, and Reps gets to jump on one of the more, you know, frag heavy legends in the game that everybody goes, huh, Reps is actually nuts. It's like, yeah, of course he's nuts, like it's Reps. It's easy to say he will be underrated because his numbers don't match up to others for obvious reasons because of the role he plays on the team. It almost hurts me sometimes when I feel like people say Reps is underrated because I think TSM would be underrated without Reps.
People think that I would feel offended or like that it's unfair that I don't have as much popularity as someone like Hal, for example, who I've played with since the start of the game. And I don't think like that at all because I know first off how hard he's worked. He's streamed so much, like that's something that like I personally can't do. Like it's just too hard to do that, to stream as much as he does. He's earned the respect and all the popularity he's got and the fans that he has.
For Reps personally, I don't think it's difficult for him to stay driven when he's not given the plaudits from the community. I think he's the kind of character who his sole drive within what he's doing in Apex Legends is to win. That means that he's not going to be grinding ranked 8 hours a day for a stream. That means he's not going to be, you know, entertaining and playing solo queue because that's not what contributes to TSM winning tournaments.
Do you regret not building up your brand more in the beginning?
I think if I look back at it now, I regret it. Like in the moment, no, because I would have burnt myself out completely and I probably wouldn't even be playing the game at this point.
Who has more LAN titles, you or ImperialHal?
We have the same. We've been playing since the start of the game and we've competed at all of the major LANs together.
Oh, you may know that because there's a Newcastle right in front of us and not a whole lot of people are running it. Verhulst has an off angle right now. We saw him do incredible damage during the last series. Gets chunked, however, has to jump back, and Hal going low and going down could be the end of TSM.
Ju's not going massive there, and that is what we like to see. TSM cleaned up.
Just climb up on them. Dojo, after that initial win down in the southwest in Thermal, they're still alive as well. Trying to make sure they can ensure their place in the winner's bracket. And enemies doing a job here with the R99. Into Force 36 are eliminated, TSM eliminated as well. He gets ripped down and now Reps tries to move in. TSM though,
All of a sudden, this is getting a little bit risky. It's all down to ImperialHal, 142, but Optic are just looking at this and waiting to pick up the pieces. TSM down as Optic move in to surely finish off Complexity. Yeah, and Hal's still alive for now, but he's getting chased down, and this is going to be KP secured potentially for Oxygen Esports, and hasn't this just
Does it affect you emotionally when you have like a bad day?
Yeah, it does. When we do bad, like, I sit there, I go back to my I went back to my hotel room last night, and I just sat there, I watched the game's over to figure out like what went wrong, and basically couldn't stop thinking about it for like 4 or 5 hours till I went to bed. So it's mentally taxing for sure, because I can't get my mind off of it when we do bad.
To escape with, right? Hitting the double time, being able to get back to the position that's being held by your teammates. And oh my god, I said, can Hal do something as a solo? Well, we had an opportunity to pick up a KP, but TSM will be eliminated. 8 squads. The more difficult this is going to be, but popping a medkit at just the right time might be able to get Timmy into the fight feeling full HP. TSM having to retreat, and the Digi-Threat's going to pick up Hal. First knock goes to the dojo.
But this could open things up for the likes of Alliance and Blackhand, who are taking a look, but Enemy through the cat wall. Now with 30-30 in the back pocket, rips that out as well, as Timmy and Enemy are working hand in hand, and TSM go down.
The teams on the other side though, TSM, DarkZero. If it ended right now, our 2 LAN winners of our previous 4 LANs would not be in the finals.
Spidey sense here from Hal. He turns around at just the right time because he knows that something was up. He hadn't seen the dojo for quite some time. Verhulst has gone down though, and once again, almost a mirror of what we saw in that previous game. The dojo flying behind TSM. The question is, will the result be the same? It's Timmy on his own. TSM only have 1 alive as well. TSM will stay alive.
I'm gonna smoke the body. I'm gonna smoke the body, okay? My wall back. I'm gonna smoke the body, so you need to move the body, okay? Listen, I think we're gonna play on the fence. We're gonna walk off it. You have your wall in? Yes, go get it, yes. We're gonna play the fence, okay? To shoot them, but you have to walk in, okay? You need to just put a body in. They're pushing it, Yes, yes. 50 blue. 100. Dark wall, kill that, kill it now. We're gonna wall the red. They're so low, guys. Welcome back. I'm playing my life for a second. We're safe on vents. Yeah, we're killing. We're fine.
But they haven't got enough, even a crack. Can they play this perfectly?
TSM in 10th. They have put themselves into contention for advanced starting points and Dreamfire. Full sending down. Roy falls, 3 MC falls, and TSM, they are going to find themselves in the winner's bracket.
How stressful was that? Was that a good ending or not though? For the winner's bracket, that was a good ending. It's just all part of the script. It sucks we had to wait till the last game to do it, but it is what it is. Now we win tomorrow. Reset, win tomorrow. It's time to go. Let's go.
We were giving ourselves heart attacks too, don't worry.
I was getting mentally ready to just play through losers. I was like,
yeah.
Better get ready.
I almost said after the 7th game, I was like, when is losers bracket? I was gonna ask when is losers bracket, but I was like, it's not. It's a 1 more game. Got 1 more game.
You better not fucking ask that.
Yeah.
Why do you look so somber on game days?
Just mentally preparing, focusing on what I need to do, you know, just get in like a locked-in state where I just want to focus, thinking about the game, thinking about like certain scenarios, and then I'm just ready to play.
Zero in trouble. DarkZero in trouble. Jim Burton. DarkZero, the defending champions, are eliminated from the tournament. Been controlling this position within Overlook for quite some time. Verhulst's going to have to be careful here. He takes a huge amount of damage. Excuse me, it's Hal on that high ground, trying to take it away from FaZe, and Phony will put him on his back. Reps tries to follow up. He's going to fall as well. It's all down to Verhulst.
Stay up there, stay up there, stay up there. Walk out the data, nice work. We can't hold that.
Shared, but TSM looking to engage, exiting out of survey. Hal gets taken out by Nathan.
We need to wait. Like, you can't travel that early. You gotta wait, man.
Don't let me there.
Oh my! I got ratted on, bro.
Yeah.
Here, you got 25 seconds. Put the cues in corners, bro.
So they actually come out worse off, even though right to start with they were doing better in the contest. Dojo and TSM have already run into each other at wall.
Dojo had gotten the advantage off the rip already. They had taken one out from TSM. Now they take Verhulst next. There's only one left from TSM. But Dojo taking this fight over by wall and eliminating TSM as the first team to go.
Right side, right side, right side. Push them one. On your right. There's one more. The whole team. My team, they're left. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to do there. That's a question, bro. Like
this game, TSM. They've been eliminated in the meantime. They're
having a peek over to this one.
And how good is that for Optic Gaming? He clears this side of the map for Optic. TSM trying to hold on in this fight, but will fall. The Dojo will take them down.
I definitely don't feel regret about anything I've done in terms of like becoming a pro or putting myself in the spotlight. Even though I'm like a really private person, I've made like life experiences that I'll cherish forever, you know, like it's pretty crazy to, you know, go to all these events and, you know, win some of these events. And, you know, I would never trade that for anything. So I definitely don't regret it at all.
What if you didn't win as much? Would you regret it?
I don't think I would regret it because I knew that I followed my dreams and what I wanted to do. At least I tried. You know, most people don't even get to attempt at their dream.
It's a chance from the crowd giving TSM the energy they need, from the chat as well, the supporters, to give TSM the dub as FaZe find themselves in another top 5.
TSM though, they're all by themselves at the moment. There's a fracas behind the wall, but they will strike at the last moment.
FaZe against TSM. There's only one alive. The nade from Verhulst. FaZe get eliminated, and TSM are your Game 6 champions. 4 squads left. Start a fight go down. Optic Gaming. Black Cat still in this fight. Black Cat though, strafing flame. Easy flash as well. This may be it for Black Cat, and it is. Optic Gaming are still alive for how long? It's Druff. It's TSM from the high ground. 3 teams left, and the circle's looking like a skittle.
No one knows who anyone is in Optic. Once again, they can't manage it. It's going to be Dojo versus TSM as the circle closes. And TSM! Match point eligibility.
Back-to-back wins. TSM is locked in to take another trophy home, sitting at match point now.
They've been going out one by one, and SAF, they really can't change this fight as Enemy has been the first to fall from the Dojo.
I mean, this is a massive fight. This is a massive fight for the context of not just what you see in front of you, but the tournament as a whole. And SAF might play spoiler. Revs will go down. Verhulst still got shields to play with, but where are SAF got all of this? Are they going to drop? TSM, who almost had to go on an elimination bracket run, they left it to the last game to get that win to send them to the grand finals. Moist Esports will be eliminated in the meantime. Elsewhere, you can see the Black Hand are taking a fight. Black Hand are taking a fight, and who's it against? It's TSM who are moving in, and Hal got that first knock.
Gets the first knock, wants to press up, and they will get aggressive here, because if they win this fight, they own the northern side. All the other squads are on the south. TSM win the fight, and now they're in prime position here.
But if TSM try and take a little bit more space, the digi threat here for Hal means the Bangalore smokes are not going to be an exit option for some of these teams inside of the building. And I tell you what, TSM are not going to wait for the game to come to them. TSM are going to go and win the game themselves. Pulverex down. Ascend down. 2 more teams for TSM to deal with to call themselves champions. Apex Folklore once again repeating itself as Hal, once again from the heavens, gets the opening knock.
ALGS Global Series Year 3 champions, TSM! I gotta ask, listen, you two are the oldest, if I'm not mistaken, the oldest duo in Apex history since 2019. How does it feel?
It feels amazing to continue to play the game from the start and still have so much success, and I gotta say thank you to Hal for always trusting me and always playing with me. So I've always believed in Hal, and I feel like he's always believed in me. So yeah, I thank him for trusting me.
Two players who have been there right since the very beginning, back in Krakow, Poland, still competing together, Reps and Hal, and now alongside Verhulst, have defined what it means to be the best team in the world. Absolutely.
So after the first game we won, I remember I turned around and I looked at Raven and I said, we've gone back-to-back already in this tournament with wins. I know we can do it again. The next game, we got a really good wall zone for us, ended up winning that game. And then after that game, I also turned back to Raven and I was like, back-to-back-to-back, we can do it. And somehow we managed to win 3 in a row and then get our first championship. I feel a sense of relief. We worked so hard together. We put in so much work, so much time, effort. We took first place in the first LAN, second place in the second one, first in the finals, the Grand Championship, netting us our first ever ALGS Championship. We've never won a championship before, and that was always a goal of mine. I feel like I beat Apex, for example. Like I've gotten the final tournaments. I've got the championship now. Yeah, it just feels really good. Our morale was still fine. Whenever we're down on points like that, we tell each other, all we need is one good game to bounce back and we're instantly back at the top. That's just all we say, and then we just always put our all into every single game, and eventually it's gonna go our way. Honestly, like as weird as it sounds or cringe, whatever you wanna say, like we will never give up no matter what until it's over, because it is not over until it's actually over. I think a lot of people in the community, like in my chat, for example, I see people come in all the time saying like, oh, Reps, you're so underrated. Like, I didn't know you were this good or whatever. And so like, I personally don't think I'm underrated. I think a big part of it is my teammate Hal, he's a huge streamer. Like he has so many fans and followers that a lot of the time they don't really, look into his team and like what they're doing. So they just see it from like Hal's perspective, Maybe that's why.
Positive place to play. You are the winner of EA's Positive Player Award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Rain Day. We are here with the CEO and the newest world champ. And this is another trophy to add to your collection right here. The MVP.
Hey, if I can do it, if I can get up on that stage and compete and win these tournaments, I know you guys can do it too. You just gotta put in your all, give it everything you got, always believe in yourself, and you can really do anything you want.